like the only team currently confirmed for San Diego, and they're going to come in here and try to stop out their biggest competition because they can take out the toughest teams like Alpha now. Look at the hit rates here, though. This is what I'm talking about. It is consistently those 12 left in the league here. Alpha, MX, Esports going to be starting off here. We got Wanho coming in for our open attack here, and he's been lethal with the different variations of dragons, super dragons, electric dragons. He's really got an eye for it. He's good at identifying a base that'll work on very quickly and striking early in the war for their open attack. So we'll see what he can do here. See, maybe he's setting up, I guess he's got a Flame Flinger selected at the moment. I'm not really sure that he's going to use the Flame Flinger to go secure the town hall with all the expos down there, but he does have to invest a lot of rocket balloons and regular balloons, and he does swap out to blimp. Okay, that makes more sense here.
And we've seen him use this blimp a lot, where he uses these sneaky goblins in here to secure it, so he doesn't have to use any more spells. He already used those lightnings behind there, so he's setting up really nicely, using those rocket balloons to create that safe path for the town hall to get in there. Now the goblins come out, and then the sneaky goblins in behind finish off that town hall, using a couple Inferno dragons here to set the pathing, set the funneling here for those dragons to come in. There's no dragon riders here. This is a straight up dragon attack. Queen's going ahead and setting that pathing on the top side, joined by the king now. Queen should be able to heal back up a little bit with the Unicorn as the dragons get pushing through.
But notice how the heroes are trying to stay to the outside of the base here. The Queen was taking some damage, but not enough to actually force her to ability. So she's gonna go to ability right there, which is a little bit unfortunate. He does finally get that expo off of him, but he freezes up as he moves forward. But all the dragons are staying safely together here. Very, very nice push all together here. But the Queen's circling into the middle of the base here. He needs to get the CC down, and the rocket balloons come out, but the ice golems do not. And you'll avoid fighting some of the CC with the timing that just happened.
Oh, that was a close call. Almost full pull on the CC, but barely get it done in time. World Champions coming in from that top side to keep pushing those dragons through the middle, but they are fading quickly. That Monolith is doing some damage. Queen is still working through here, does have World Champions ability, and King is making it all the way around the base. There's not too many defenses up. If he can get through this King, he's looking really strong, but that World Champion's going to get held up here momentarily.
Yeah, that's a really big problem for him here. The King was able to make as far as he can on the outside, but that defensive King is a nightmare to deal with in these attacks here. The World Champion does end up being taken out there, but the Queen steps through. She's going to keep on working a bit further here. Gets the final strike on the defensive King and will now attack the wall. He's going to sustain for a little bit here as he holds that ground expo onto his Queen, but he's got the Diggy there. He's got the Unicorn, and he's still pushing. I don't think he's going to have enough to finish it, though.
Yeah, he's going to, he doesn't have to break out. The Queen could reach everything, but yeah, the bow locking onto her. Like, if she stayed just a little bit further back, she could have potentially got through there. But it's still going to be a very nice percent to start this war. But against Lotus, like, you really want to do your best to get that 3-star start. But 86% 2-star, very respectable here for Wanho.
And you're going to have to keep these percentages up here. When Lotus misses, they typically land in the 90s here.
That next championship. And he's been using some really unconventional attacks with his, like, witches and the zap witches. So we'll have to see what he brings to the table tonight. And it looks like he's going in first with a more traditional attack for him, a Lalo. And it might be Super Minion Bump, which we saw earlier fail for Taco Esports, but let's see what Nick can do here with it.
All right, starting with a couple. Oh, look at all the traps going off over there on that right side. But he lands in the blimp. He takes another black air bomb, but he does drop out super minions. He got a knockback from the sweeper right there, and again, sweeper knocking him back, and he gets pushed way out there. Oh no, Nick is in trouble right out of the gate here, and he's not going to get the town hall down with the super minions. A massive spell investment is not going to pay off.
That is unfortunate. When he cloned them up, they were just visible for a split second, long enough for that sweeper to fire a shot and push them all the way back. And notice the Monolith is in that compartment, the Queen is in that compartment, World Champion. It is going to be a tough grab for these heroes. There was in the Ice Golem first to go ahead and tank, but the Monolith switches over to the King. That's a little bit of a problem. The Ice Golem looked like it was taking it for a second. Good freeze spell here, trying to get the Ice Golem out in front. Clan Castle's now pulled. Rocket Loons are out. Ice Golems are out. It's a strong push to the Town Hall, but can he get through there and finish this compartment off?
As he freezes as well, but he's out of freezes after this, so needs to secure the Town Hall takedown. He has the Ice Golems blocking his path. It's going to stop him. His only saving grace here is the Town Hall is not activated yet, so he's not actually taking any damage from it, and that's reducing his overall. But he does have Eagle Artillery Strikes coming in. They're going to hit the King right there, and the King is going to go down. Actually, that was the World Champion right there. Yeah. I didn't realize he had the World Champions mix there, which means he definitely didn't get the value out of that he's looking for, and this backside is going to be difficult. The question is, can he climb this to at least an 86%? Because this was a bit of a disaster right out of the get-go.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. Warden ability goes off early. Oh, this is not characteristic of Nick's attacks. We've seen him hitting really well lately. Warden ability is finally faded out here. Got to be aware of these, the scatter shot and the multi-target Inferno, but he doesn't have anything else to protect his troops. So he had to use all the freezes for that initial investment to make sure he got the Town Hall down. Tornado's spinning the balloons around now, and it's really just kind of up to fate here how many defenses they can get down, and then the minions and Pup can clean up.
Yeah, need to get that multi taken out there. It finally goes down. Hold up.
Wait a second. There's no way, right?
There's a little bit of a way.
How?
Look at the Phoenix up top there, holding the attention to the scatter shot for a moment. The scatter shot switches over to the balloon. Okay, it starts to hit the big pack here. He does not get the arch tower down south, and unless his Warden can pull it off somehow, he's done. Warden gets some chains.
He's done.
Okay, yeah, he's done. Honestly, he pulled it back pretty far there. And look at the percentage.
Take the percent lead.
He does. It looks like it'll be a little bit above what we saw in the open attack there from Alpha MX Esports. So honestly, that was a strong pull back there after a rough start, and he actually climbs it above 90%. And like I said that in while the last attack was going through. Dude. Lotus gets 90% plus on their misses, and it seems to be very consistent. Even when things go wrong, their ability to recover is very impressive.
This might be the most scuffed 91% I've ever seen in my life.
Right?
I guess that's just a testament. Always stick with your attack. Never give up on the attack, because you can end up with a 91% and the lead in the war. How?
Right?
They were able to get to that sweeper, or through the scatter and the multi-target Inferno. It was fine. It's going to be on Troy Gomar next with a super bowler smash. We see this when a lot of smash attacks are back in the meta, looking like we get the log launcher selected, so we can see this one start maybe 6 or 9 o'clock, the bottom side of the base, and then push all the way through the middle. Nice thing about that log launcher is once it makes contact with that invisibility tower, it'll set it off before the troops get there.
Very, very valuable, but he is going to be going into the double sweeper here, so definitely keep an eye on the healers as he makes his way forward. I think the super bowlers have a much greater possibility of having the healers stay onto their intended targets there. You want to have the healers locked onto those bowlers, and even with the double sweeper knocking you back, and maybe even knocking them into further troops behind, because of their range, they tend to stay onto the stack of the Queen, the Warden, and the super bowlers quite nicely. So it's all about the healers here. If you can keep the healers raged up and you can keep the healers protected and onto the intended troops there being those super bowlers, then you can definitely pull this attack through and cross this whole base.
Keep an eye on this Warden's health. He's fine, but kind of missed a little bit with the rage. Now the healers will step in and heal that Warden back up to full. It's very important to get that Warden to full health. That way the healers do have that potential to swap over to the bowlers. He did use a wall breaker to open that wall compartment up just a little bit. And once that expo goes down, here come all of the super bowlers. Super bowlers are in with the Queen. Jump spells down. Skeleton spells go ahead and tank the monolith. And here comes the log launcher. I love this opening from Troy Gomar. A very strong start, but time is ticking away, which can be an issue on these smash attacks.
Yeah, I think he's been fairly time efficient here as far as what he got out of that Warden walk here, but he did get the healers to transfer over immediately. They hit the rage, and now he just needs to chain the rages and keep the healers raged. Always position the rages so that the healers always are getting clipped. If you see the double knockback of the sweepers there, causing a lot of problems, but the rage is able to give them the surge forward and stay on target. They take the Town Hall down. Road Champion slips on the left side. The King is working on the right. There's even balloons over there as well. He'll get the scatter shots out of the way. Now, does he have enough force in the backside of the base here to finish it off?
Where are the super bowlers? Are they faded out? It looks like all the super bowlers are down in the middle. There's a Yeti out of that log launcher from the bottom. The Royal Champion's working through the top side. She still has ability. King pops his ability. He's going to run around the base, try to provide some additional tanking. He does have that Tesla farm on the backside. This has got a chance. It's going to be a tight little window here, but he's still got a chance to survive here. He's got the Yeti and Titan being healed up through the middle of the base. Royal Champion gets held up a little bit. Eric is trying to make this final push through.
Come on.
It's tough.
He's very, very close here. No defensive heroes on the backside other than that Warden, but that Warden is going to hit like a truck. But look at this. The King steps into a tanky position, and the King has the Phoenix as well. He's got plenty of tanky on the backside. Diggy gets the stun, but wait. Champion takes damage. I thought the Warden was tanked. He's not.
No, the Warden wasn't tanked. The Royal Champion got taken out by it, but the King is still fine here. But there's no cleanup left on the base. There's just a few barbarians, few archers, and a wizard with that minion working on the storage. Minion should have plenty of time to finish off that storage. King needs to duck inside. No, go inside. King, go inside. He's got Diggy with him. He's going to go up. Oh, my goodness.
I mean, somebody need to go back for that Wizard Tower anyways. But there we go. There is the King going to Phoenix. He's quickly running out of time here.
It's a time.
So it is going to be a time fail. All he has left is 3 storages on the board there, but that's 3 storages too many for Alpha MX Esports. However, 97% will definitely close the gap there of that 5-building lead that Lotus had.
That's a heartbreaker. If that King tanked that...
If you don't have enough survive at the Town Hall there, then you greatly diminish your chance, and you really got to make sure you have a lot of cleanup to work on the perimeter there, because like you got to have something that can move quickly and follow the world champion up. The king obviously clears his side fairly well, but if he doesn't, then you got to deal with it. But here we go. We got Ghost, and Ghost has had a very, very solid hit rate here. Definitely been one of the star players on the team here, and he's their base builder as well. So playing double duty on that one, or at least I think he's still their base builder. He was in the past. I assume he still is, because his base building is definitely renowned throughout the Clash of Clans esports scene. But he will have this Ward of Walk collapse in and connect to the lightning. Very, very important that you use the lightning next to where you do the Ward of Walk, and the Ward of Walk goes in there and connects to a very, very solid amount of value here, and he's already got the funnel up top, and he's off to a very strong start here.
Look like you got one of those battle builders down, Scattershot and the Expo from those lightning spells. Here comes the Electro Titans, and the King's going to come up top with the Siege Barracks. Remember, Siege Barracks going to have the P.E.K.K.A and the few Wizards. Then the Clan Castle troops come out of there. Titans are starting to work a little bit around here. Wallbreaker's going to come in. Both wall breakers are in, trying to open it up, that middle compartment, so everything can get to that interior ring. Few Titans do stray outside, help out with the King. That could be okay, but he needs a strong push through this middle. Still has plenty of spell support, still has that Warden ability along with the Queen ability as he makes his push through the middle of the base.
For some reason, the healers never transferred off of the Warden, though. They now start to move forward onto the Queen just a little bit there, but he lost a lot of Electro Titans as he made his approach there, because those healers just were stubborn, and they would not bail off of the Warden. Now the Warden needs the healing, and now they're on the Queen. So he's going to end up losing his Warden here. So the Queen's on the middle of the base there by herself. He's got the P.E.K.K.A in the area there that came out of the Siege Barracks earlier on. But he's going to end up losing his Queen here to the Monolith, and his Road Champion's going to get wrecked into this backside. Guys, it is a defense, and I don't think he can climb the percentage as high as he needs to here to get his team to sustain their lead. So it is going to be a swing of the war here as the underdog Alpha MX Esports is going to take the lead, and this is such a big moment for them if they can sustain this, because if they win this, then they're all but guaranteed into DreamHack San Diego.
I'm pretty sure if Alpha MX wins this, they are in DreamHack San Diego. I don't think there's all but. A rare big miss for Ghost. It's not often we're seeing him missing, but missing in the 70s, even more rare for him. That's really unfortunate. As you talked about, the healer swap never happened. He didn't get that push through the middle, and the Titans just faded. I mean, they have a lot of hit points, but when you're going up against that crazy of a packed middle of the base, that interior ring, they can fade just as quick as any other troop. And it's going to work up here to 76%. Tough break here for Lotus Gaming. Still a lot of attacks to be had, but man, how important could the
low start there with a couple of slight mistakes there that cost them, and a couple of time fails as well. But Alpha MX Esports is going to be on a mission here to change that as we send in Memory Doom. And it looks like he's also going to be doing a bit of lightning, taking out everything around that Rage Tower. Picking up, it looks like, the Rage Tower with the Expo and an Inferno. But leaves the Monolith standing there, but he can take advantage of that area of the base they're cleared out, and he can drive his heroes in the left side. And he's gonna push in with the heroes and make a pretty deep dent into the base here, but he's not going to be able to secure the Town Hall, so he's still going to have to lollow through the Town Hall takedown.
Wallbreaker does a really nice job getting that interior wall broken. Now he's going to have to deal with these Ice Golems, which, man, we've seen these Ice Golems be a pain time and time again. Has to invest a freeze because there is a single target Inferno tucked away behind there. Now the one thing is, when you do go through the Town Hall, you have to be aware of that invisibility tower, which I'm sure he's got a plan for, but I just want to point that out to the audience just in case you guys don't see it. Invisibility tower right next to the Town Hall, it could be devastating.
The King goes to Phoenix there, which transfers the Eagle Artillery over the Queen. Maybe is okay. She's still got a Unicorn. She's taking some damage from the Expo, but she has her ability. If she can get the Eagle Artillery down, that would be her primary target. If she's able to somehow tag the defensive Queen over the wall there, that would be icing on the cake. Because if he gets that defensive Queen down, he's in a very, very good spot. But he definitely needs to secure the Town Hall here.
RC Seeking Shield just hit the invisibility tower, so the balloons are going to go right past it.
They're okay. They're okay. It's going to wake back up. They're going to rage up. They're going to pop it. He's got the ward ability still active. He's sold on his Slammer. He's got 12 balloons on standby.
This is looking good.
Moving strong. He's got a Hound still alive as well. He needs balloons over to the top left here to go get that Archer Tower down. His Slammer's going to backtrack a bit here potentially.
He got the stun onto the scatter shot. That was massive. He still has 5 balloons for the backside of his base. There is a little bit of splash and that air defense here and the Monolith. So a lot of hard-hitting defenses, but that Stone Slammer I think is pretty healthy. If he can just finish this base off, here come those final few balloons starting to be deployed, working in, pushing these balloons even further in. Monolith's going to be tanked. Eric, this has got a chance, plenty of time. It's just, can we get through the Monolith and these final few air targeting defenses?
Yeah, the Warden's still sticking right there with the main pack. He's nice and healthy. Slammer takes the red air bombs, keeping the rest of the pack Nice
Rocket
and healthy.
Loon.
Rocket Balloons come out. He'll get the monolith down, and that
It's a
should get him all the way through. There we
Nice.
go. Alpha MX Esports, the underdog in this match here, but definitely one of the top contenders in the competition, has set themselves up very, very nicely with the percentage lead established before this, and now they get the first triple on the board and take the star lead and sustain it. We have Euryticus coming in with a Blizzard Lalo by the looks of it, and it looks like he's going to be dropping to the bottom base here. I'm noticing a trend here.
The Rocket Loons.
Not only the Rocket Balloons, but this anti-2-star base set that Alpha MX Esports is throwing at Lotus.
Okay. Yeah. I was just going to say, I've noticed a lot of these players, instead of investing a Helm, they'll use those Rocket Loons to kind of clear out the compartment on the entry. He's going to go ahead and use those wizards now to go ahead and take out all the exterior buildings there. Didn't land into the Town Hall compartment because there was a bomb tower protecting it. If the wizards take out that bomb tower while they're there, they'll get destroyed. So get some pretty nice value between the Rocket Loons and the Super Wizards. That corner's all but done.
Yeah, he took out a lot of valuable targets there, specifically the Inferno and the scatter shot there, but now he's got a long push into the base here. It looks like he's going to avoid the monolith area and have the heroes work in from the left side. There is a single Inferno there, so he's got to be careful with that, but also pay attention, he's got a jump spell here, so he can cross through that channel and actually go into the single Inferno directly. But I feel like he's going to need the World Champion support over there. The King is going to lead the charge, provide the tanking. The Queen had sustained a little bit of damage there, but she'll quickly recover that with her Unicorn, and there's the jump spell to get him in. He needs to take the Town Hall down with the Queen ability. That is going to be absolutely necessary.
Here we go. Ice Golem does get sprung out there, though, so it loses a little bit of tanking. Needs King to pop out in front. Good poison to slow down these heroes. Single target Inferno does lock onto the King now, but the Royal Champion is going to pull his attention inside, but he needs this Queen to collapse inside. Nice. He talked about it. Royal Champion's coming through that top side to go ahead and clear out some of those buildings. So the Queen takes the turn towards the Town Hall. King's, I was saying King was trying to get through the Royal Champion, but he gets taken out.
Yeah, he gave up the tanking on the defensive Queen, so the Queen locks onto the Royal Champion. Royal Champion taking a beating over there, but he does end up taking her down with the support of his Queen. She arrives to the Town Hall. He gets the scatter shot down with invisibility protecting, and he will secure that Town Hall takedown. This Queen has done her job. She might even get that multi. If she picks up the multi right here, that would be huge, but Queen. I think she's going to fall just a little bit short of it.
But she got some damage on it, which is nice. He's got to collapse in this Lalo from the side here, which he's going to go ahead and start on. Ooh, double Seeking Air Mine there. Rocket Loons, or Warden ability rather, come in to protect the balloons, and then they go over, take out that multi-target Inferno. Rage Tower goes off right there, but there's not too many defenses there, just really the Monolith and the Battle Builders that are going to be raged up here. Blalo still continuing to work through. He's got a Tesla farm on the backside. This one's going to be close. It's a tough finish. He's got the cleanup in, but can the balloons power through these final few defenses? Tornado spinning.
He hit a whole bunch of traps traveling through the base there. A barrage of red and black air bombs. So the center pack gets a couple balloons to leak out from the far right there. Able to overwhelm that core, and he just needs to finish it up in time. He can't really use the headhunters for defense here because they're all going to go to the King, which could end up pulling ground skellies and cause some problems there. But he does assist those balloons to take the defensive King down, and the CC still standing. He needs to turn back for a ward and take a strike. I don't know what the HP
is. Time fail.
Oh man, and with that time fail, Alpha MX Esports takes percentage and star advantage.
That is a heartbreaker. Man, just a split second too long on the hero deck. That you talked about multi-phase. That was like the definition of multi-phase. Well done, but just falls short there. And it's going to be Demente coming in with Blizz Lalo, I'm thinking here. Dropping the blimp in, going invisible, and raging up the Super Wizards. Okay, so going to go ahead and work and get that Expo first. Ooh, Poison Tower throws, Poison Tower throws. The Wizards are in it. The Wizards are going to fall, Eric.
They need to get the Eagle down. They're gone. The Poison Tower throws right on top of it. It wasn't even thrown at the Super Wizards there. It was thrown at the balloon that leaked out of the invisibility. So he at least got the CC pull, but he definitely lost out on a lot of value. And so now we almost get a situation where he's in a similar position to what Nick had happen to him, where his blimp ended up not getting the value that it was looking for. And so he got a similar amount of value to what Nick got, and now we'll see if he can pull it back at the same percentage that Lotus was able to, because this is Lotus's opportunity to equalize his war if they can get the defense and respond with a triple.
Most importantly, got to get that Town Hall first. They do have a little wiggle room. They're up 27% coming into this attack, but you don't want to leave that window too far open for a Lotus gaming squad. This Lotus squad has been strong all season, and if you give them just a little window, they're going to crack that baby all the way open and break right in and potentially steal the lead.
This Queen making her way towards the Town Hall without any issues with her pathing so far, I hope. I think she turns to the Expo, but he has a couple of
nice and
invisible to
fast.
make sure she goes in. She'll pop her ability, but I feel like he might need a freeze there on the Town Hall to get through it. Is he? Okay, he does. He burns the freeze on the Town Hall to make sure that he secures the takedown. It was an investment that was required there.
King's distracted by the Queen. He's not going to get the scatter over there.
Okay. I mean, he's running into some problems here on top of the already initial problems of that Eagle Artillery standing is going to be beaten down the entire time. But the World Champion pops her ability, and the balloons will search in from the left side. He left a lot up there. The defensive Queen holds the line at the top of the base there, shuts him down up there. He needs to get the percentage up because they may have the star advantage going. They may have the percentage going into this, but if they can't maintain it at this one and get to the buildings on the perimeter of the base they're taking down, they may give up that advantage in a hurry.
That Queen stood in that little channel right there. It took out the King, took out the Royal Champion, and shut down anything else that came her way. That was just massive. Working up towards the mid-70s here, but this attack is fading quickly. Balloon's going to go ahead and take out this Tesla, which will open up a few more buildings, should push this over 80%. But man, a heartbreaker of an attack. But look at the middle, left up almost all the important buildings here. There's Rage Tower, Poison Tower, 3 Infernos, Scattershot, Monolith, all of those big hitting defenses minus a Scattershot and an Eagle Artillery, essentially.
Right, yeah, and a lot of that value would have been able to be claimed there had the Blizzard got its primary targets down. And I mean, he did great with the Queen. I love what he did with the Queen. Maybe the Royal Champion needed to be deployed with the defense, or as the defensive Queen takedown, to go right in there with the King as he made his way in there, and maybe invested some freezes to support right there. But it's a tough call. You got to make it all the fly there, and he still climbs up to 86%. So still a solid percent. Lotus Esports. So we'll see what they can do, or Lotus Gaming. I mean, we have a zap into Super Witches. Okay, I know that they really like the Super Witches. It's always been a favorite of a lot of the players on this team, and it is an effective way to fight these anti-2-star bases with the Town Hall in the middle. And Alpha MX Esports keep breaking out these anti-2-star bases. He throws in the Flame Slinger at the bottom of the base, and we'll go after the single Inferno. And he'll use the Lightning to connect where the Warden is deploying. So a very similar approach to what we saw with the Electric Titans earlier. But I really feel like the Super Witches and Super Bowlers are a dominant approach here when you're going after these anti-2-star bases. Just because when the Town Hall is actually taken down, you got to make sure that you have troops that will sit back and take advantage of the range. So troops like Electric Titans tend to underperform when you hit the Town Hall directly early on. But Super Witches and Super Bowlers have a very, very good way to take that down.
And remember, this was like a storyline of last season where Lotus struggled against these anti-2s, and then team threw them all anti-2s, and they went out in perfect.
Right.
So they made adjustments. They understand these bases a lot better now. Does have to make this push into the middle. Goes ahead and throws that wall breaker in here. Still got plenty of troops yet to be deployed. King's going to work through the bottom side as that Flame Flinger does pop. So have the Super Witches and the Queen pushing through the middle. I know a lot of pressure, but should have no problem getting in there to the Town Hall.
He ends up losing a healer to a Black Air Bomb there, but he prioritizes the Eagle Artillery as his entry position. And so we expect that area to be stacked with a lot of traps there to potentially stop that entry for any ground attacks. Warden. Well, yeah, I guess the Town Hall taken down. Very nicely done there, reaching over the walls there. He's going to completely avoid the Town Hall poison while he's fighting off the CC, so that's even better. The CC is actually going to work to his advantage here because he can just kind of sit back and wait for the poison to fade. And now, as he makes his way forward, the range of his troops there are able to completely negate the Town Hall poison. And now the World Champion sweeps on the right side. We got to see some more protection for her because she's very vulnerable right now.
She's essentially over there on her own. Tornado traps spinning all the troops in the middle. Do have a few Super Witches, but they're starting to split out. One Super Witch holding the attention of 2 or 3 of the healers, while the big boy has the attention of the last healer there, but still 3 witches up. So still a strong force in there, also protecting the Queen, the big boy in there, tanking the Monolith. That's massive. The Royal Champion sneaks out there. Eric, this has got a chance to push through here. 41 seconds. Yeah, I was just saying that, 41 seconds, and look at all that trash on the outside there. Those resource buildings can be a real struggle. Oh no, I'm a little bit worried here.
He can reach a lot of those internal buildings over the walls here with the Super Witches, so they are getting some strikes
through. Royal Champion.
The Royal Champion needs to survive. He's going to end up losing her at the cannon up top there. The Warden and the Witches are attacking the wall. They're actually attacking the wall.
Look down here.
That is, oh, you're
down
right.
Here at 4 o'clock. There's 2 buildings at 4 o'clock, Eric.
Right under live replay. He's going to end up missing those buildings, and he's going to leave some percentage on the board. They needed this triple here. It's so close, and he's gonna miss it by just 3 buildings there with a couple left behind. That is, they're ready to play.
Bashmath says 85% 2-star here. Lost their good luck to you, bud. Skelly Donut coming in. We don't see too many Skelly Donuts, but when we do, they are really fun to watch. Going to target that Clan Castle and the Monolith. Gets those down really nicely. Here comes a Battle Blimp in from that left-hand side, targeting this Eagle. Artillery should drop that in there. Raged up with Yetis. Potentially no rage, we'll see. But with the Poison Tower getting thrown there, I'm a little bit worried if they get through there. I think they'll get through there fine.
Yeah, the Yeti Mites are going to do most of the damage there. They're going to take the Eagle Artillery out. That's going to set up for the Queen to wrap around that. It is just a Sui Queen here, so she's not going to have a lot of support. She has no healers, and you'll need to get some tanking out in front of her, especially before that Ground Expo picks up on her. So that Ground Expo does pick up, so she may end up having to be burning invisibility or freeze. He opts to use the freeze right there, and he will get that to transfer over to somebody else there. And the Queen will have a chance now to recover with the Unicorn topping her back off here.
That's a nice thing about having that Unicorn in there, is the Unicorn will heal that Queen potentially all the way back up to full health if it's alive long enough, if the Queen's alive long enough. Does a great job in here. That Ice Golem did a great job tanking through, getting the scatter shot and the Expo down. Now the King's trying to break through and get to this enemy Queen. Enemy Queen's just staying behind the wall and just causing some problems. Needs his Queen to step up and take her down. King does finally break open the wall. It also gives the Queen access to the next compartment here as well.
Now the Queen's going to end up walking through, and she can reach the Multi-Inferno with the wall that was open up there, so she'll pop her ability, she'll take the Multi, she'll leave the air defense up, but the Multi is obviously a higher value target. She picks up the Sweeper, and you know what? She's still going down there. She gets some HP recovered while she traveled out of there. She'll pick up the air defense, pick up the Arch Tower, and she's actually going to survive and continue on to maybe have an impact later on the attack.
This Queen can get all the way back up to full health. This is a story of the Queen and the Unicorn. Goes ahead, throws that Rage down over the Town Hall. Going to hit the Warden ability right now as the Town Hall falls to protect some of those balloons. Some did leak out there from the side. World Champion's going to come in from the top side, try to sweep through the back end of this base. I'm worried about this World Champion in the middle of the base, just kind of hiding out there. He does have 3 Headhunters, but they're yet to be deployed. Here they come.
There we go. The percentage is climbing quickly. He doesn't have to triple. He just needs to get it up here. He's got 9 stars on the board, trying to climb it out of reach here. He ends up having a lot of his troops die out. That quickly faded. Can he get the percentage up now? He drops to the rest of his balloons here, trying to pick off the perimeter defenses. He's got the Diggy and the Electric Owl working on that Inferno there. They're going to take it, and now he just needs to get as much of the cleanup around the outside. Ladies and gentlemen, I think he's got it. He's got enough minions and archers working around the outside,
I think he should,
and he will.
Time
Time might be the biggest factor here. He's got to get another 4 or 5 buildings.
Uh-oh, I don't think he's got the time.
I think he does. I think he does.
It's got to be 85.
There we go. There we go.
Go. Come on, Lobster.
10 seconds. He's got to pick up a couple more buildings.
84, 85.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, secure the war.
Alpha MX Esports is moving on to DreamHack San Diego as they fell the undefeated Lotus Gaming.
What a war from this squad. Luster gets just...
Could potentially face each other in a grand finals out there on the big stage. So
yeah, and we talked about that last week. They had 2 wars this week. They could still get to that 5-win mark. Here comes Rigo Torres in. Looks like a Blizz, but the Poison Tower did throw. He gets the Eagle down. That final Wizard does finally fall. He'd let that Poison Tower throw, and you can't let that happen unless you bring a heal spell. So Rigo's Blizzard doesn't get as much value. I think he was hoping to get that Monolith down, but at this point, it's all for naught as he tries to work through here and finish strong, so to speak.
Yeah, really, really big deal for Alpha MX Esports. I'm absolutely hyped for them. It'll be fun to see them get out there and participate in that competition. And as one of the big teams there representing the players out of Mexico, that is such a big way to represent their community.
And production is checking Bashmath because no one trusts Bashmath, just in case a 3-star does put this in reach. But we'll be sure. We'll let you. Either way, we'll know after this attack. No matter what, we're going to know after this attack. So Rigo's coming in.
Oh, I hear speaking. I hear speaking.
Production is telling me if Rigo triples, they win.
What?
Is Bashmath that wrong?
Is Bashmath that wrong? What? Are you kidding? All right, well, Rigo Torres, after not getting the Blizzard value, can still turn this around by the sounds of it. I guess we'll see. Maybe their math is wrong. I don't know. But either way, this Queen is not going to secure the Town Hall. He's got the Warden. He's going to come in behind the Sweepers, and he will be ending onto the Scattershot and the Defensive Queen. It is not going to be an easy Lalo, no matter what. He's got the 3 Multi-Infernos under the rage right now, and he can't even pop the ward ability early. He has to freeze all the way through here because he needs the Town Hall to go down with the ward ability. Pops it early, and that might be out of desperation here.
Oh, that's a tough. They're spinning all the traps are going off here.
They're all gonna hit after he comes out.
Yeah, he's fine. He's
No, not only is it not a triple, but it's looking to be a 1-star to close out here for Lotus Gaming.
Eric, bash math doesn't matter because it's a 1-star.
You're right, you're right. All right, well, that's what happened. So many attacks this war. Did people sit in the blimps, whether it was a super wizard or a super minion blimp, and a lot of things went wrong with those attacks there. They are extremely, extremely powerful, high value attacks there if you can get the blimp value, but when you don't, you end up with situations like this.
I found my mistake.
Yeah, we know.
I found it. It was attack number 2. I found it.
It's okay, Bash. Yeah, you're way off there, but
I'm off 10%. I carried the 1 in the wrong spot. Just, math is hard on